Our melon plants. You remember us sowing them a couple of weeks ago. Let's just have a look how they're doing. Oh yeah, look at that, brilliant. So I look to transplant when the compost block is held together by the root system. That's classic. Here's my 60-40, which I've watered with GS nutrient just to make sure it's got something in for these plants. Dig a nice little hole into it and pop it straight in. Just put a little around there. There you go. It's going to be happy in there, I can tell you. But what I'm going to do, because we're still early, 29th of April, if you've got room in your Vitapod, just pop them into position there. They can stay there for perhaps another week before we plant them out into the solar quad. Right, well it's a couple of weeks since you saw our melons, and you can see that they've really taken, they're looking really well, and as I've come in this morning I can see that the first flowers beginning on the to show. So this is quite an important time for you and for growing melons. I just want to show you what I do and what I don't do with these flowers. Now the first thing though is keep your access, so train your shoots away onto your frame. One thing I don't do now is bother pruning melons. You can't keep up even if you want to, and in my opinion it doesn't do any good. Just let them go. Okay, onto the flowers. You'll see that there are two types of flower. That's a male flower and it's got a small bulb at the end, whereas the female flower has a big bulb at the end. Right, now here we go again. Now classically, people will tell you to pollinate your melons. How do you do that? Well, you take your male flower and take the flower off it, and you'll see pollen. Well, you can't see pollen on this one, it's a bit early in the morning, but we'll come back to that another time. These are very immature. And you place the pollen anther into the female flower, leave it there, and it'll take. But look, you're meant to do that about midday. You're never going to be in. I'm not in, I'm at work. So I can't rely on that. What I do, I just leave them. I leave the door open and the bees come in and they do the job for me. I might miss one or two, and if I'm in over the weekend I will do a couple, but that's all. I don't get in knots about it. So I'm going to leave those and we'll come back to them next week. They'll be really moved on.